be assholes. On the 14th floor where the bathroom door don't lock. So happy we don't gotta worry about the cops. We could all get arrested for this, but when the police mix, I don't give a shit tonight. Alright. Now she walks in the bedroom fast, despite all the noise from the crowd. Now she's bedless on the bathroom sink. Her mother would be so proud. Gets on a deed and there's a line to go pee, but the bathroom looks like a war zone.
Welcome in to episode 181 of Fired Up Sports. Check us out at firedupsports.com. I'm Mike Gilletto. Joining me as always, Dom Consul, Chris Lucia. The Eagles are Super Bowl champions. I'm gonna have to add some something to that montage, I guess now, right? Into the intro. What's going on, guys?
Victory!
There it is.
I was just gonna say you need to update it.
Need to update the montage.
Pick six.
I've been telling him for like a year and a half that we have to update that, but
Yeah,
he's the one who does it, so I can't sit here and
The
complain about it.
problem is, I have so much shit on this computer that like, there's a chance I deleted that file. I'm gonna have to start from scratch, which would not be fun. I have to find that file somewhere. And then maybe I could edit it and add something to it. I mean, there's a few good moments we'll talk about. I mean, absolute domination from the Eagles. Was never that. Listen, Chris. Last week you said you're going to be on. Last week you said you're going to be on Broad Street by the start of the fourth quarter, and that you probably were.
Somebody on this podcast said that it was going to be a blowout. I forget.
I forget it. Yeah.
Somebody said Pickett was going to be in.
He's a pretty handsome guy. Who said that?
That's what I heard. I heard that. I think it might have been Mike.
I don't think it was me.
I don't think he's that handsome. I mean, I don't. I
Yeah.
think he's more handsome than that. Sorry, that's what I meant.
Yes.
Dude, what absolute domination of a team.
Just
Ask about belt to ass. See, I'm all flustered right now. I'm watching the replay.
hold on. I'm not gonna gloss over what you just like said at first.
What?
You definitely said ass to mouth, but we can move on.
I said ass to belt, and then I stopped and said belt to ass.
All right.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm so flushed. I'm watching the replay right now. It's 2 minutes.
You?
Yeah, it's this 2 minute. They just got over the 2 minute warning in the first half.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
17-0. Don't tell me what happens.
I'm not gonna spoil it. Spoiler alert.
Surprise.
Spoiler alert. I mean,
Today I went to lunch to get at like a deli, and I go in there multiple times a week. It's near my office, and the owner or the guy who runs it basically was like, "So what'd you do this weekend?" I was like, "Not much. What'd you do?" He said, "Not much." He said, "Something happened yesterday." I said, "I think so." I said, "I think something happened yesterday."
yeah. I mean, it was just
Something
kind of a
big.
crazy game all around.
What'd you say?
I said something pretty big happened.
Yeah, something pretty eventful.
Yeah.
Something to the likes of at one point the largest lead in Super Bowl history. At
1
point,
point shy, I
34?
believe. It was
34
1 point shy, I believe.
when it was 34-0, it was the largest lead.
Oh, I'm thinking of the first half lead. I think they were 1 point shy of that Denver Seahawks game.
Yeah.
What was that 25? Because it was 24.
That was 25. That was 25. That Denver Seahawks game.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That's a
at the
weird-
half. Yeah,
That's a weird, like.
it is kind of weird. Yeah.
What started off with a safety that game, remember?
Yeah, right.
Messed everything up.
First play of the game.
Yeah.
Snap, rather.
So, Chris, this question doesn't apply to you because before the game you just automatically thought it was going to be a blowout. But like, Dom, when did you start feeling comfortable? You know what I mean?
So the reason I thought it was going to be a close game because I just think it's the pessimistic in me, and I'm not a very pessimistic person. Like I'm a half glass full kind of guy. I just know Philadelphia sports, and
Sure.
I just didn't. We're not used to this, right? Like we're not used to this kind of victory. But I would say around 17-0. And that's to small of a lead. But around 17-0, right around the 2-minute mark of the first half or of the second quarter, it kind of felt like it started to get out of reach for Kansas City. I would say when it was 24-0, I looked over at our uncle Mike, and I said to him, I said, "This is over," and he said, "Pump the brakes," and I said, "No, this is over. Like halftime, it's over."
Yeah, I was with my dad, and when they went up 24, or I think they were like driving on that drive, and he was like, "If they score here, like," and I was like, "Good night." He's like, "It's close, like it's close to good night if they score
Right.
here in this drive."
I mean, and so they go up 24 before the half. I told him, I said, I just don't want them to come out and think it's over.
Sure.
I want them to come out and still keep the foot on the gas, which they did. So
Yeah, because I mean, even if you are up 24-0, like everybody wants to compare Mahomes to Brady. It's like Brady was down 28-3, in the Super Bowl a handful of years ago. Like you can come back from that in the NFL.
especially if you're Patrick Mahomes. John Ritchie said on the radio a couple weeks ago, he said 17 is probably the being down 17 is probably the biggest margin you can have and feel like you're still in the game. Once it's past 17, the team that's down is just mentally starts to get out of the game a little bit, and you kind of felt that a little bit yesterday, in my opinion.
Yeah, especially when like Mahomes is, and he's obviously always uses legs; it's a part of his game. But like running for his life, like the mismatch from the defensive line to the Kansas City Chiefs offensive line, they had no match. And like the best part about it is they weren't blitzing. It was just a 4-man rush the whole game.
Yeah, they didn't blitz at all.
one time. Yeah,
Right. It's crazy. So,
yeah. It especially the defensive line came up big yesterday. Josh Sweat, Milton
Yep.
Williams, and even Jalen Carter. There was a play. I think it was in the second quarter. I'd have to rewatch it to be sure, but I'm pretty sure it was the second quarter. Mahomes drops back. The running back goes out for a screen, and Jalen Carter has a full open lane to go after Mahomes, and he stops and drops back into coverage, and Mahomes has nowhere to go with the ball, and he just throws it to the ground. It's like that doesn't come up on the stat sheet, right? Like little plays like that helps them win these kind of game this game.
Even I mean, we talked about it. I mean, Eagles Hall of Famer BG had a few really, really nice play. Like he was active.
Yeah, and he got hit, and he had a big holding call where he got held because he was going to destroy Patrick Mahomes. And
there was another one. There was another one that they didn't call later on in the game. The game was already out of reach at that point, but I think it was the play before their first touchdown. He got held bad, and they didn't call it.
Yeah, at that point, it's splitting hairs.
Yeah, for sure.
Were you guys a little nervous on that first drive when AJ gets that penalty called against him? You're like, oh fuck, here we go. The refs are going to be on their side.
Ticky-tacky. It was so ticky-tacky. But you know what? I didn't think I think the Goddard one on the following drive for the Eagles was a little soft. It was an accident. He played the ball.
Sure.
But you know what? If you're going to be ticky-tacky, I want it to be consistent.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
and I thought other than those two calls, maybe one here, one there, I thought for the most part, I thought it was a fine officiated game. But also, when you blow out a team like that, you don't give the refs an opportunity to make it, to call it in the Chiefs' favor. That's a problem with the Chiefs. Is at the end of the game, the penalties might be even, up on both sides. But it's just when they come for the Chiefs, it's at the most critical moment. But when you blow a team out, you don't get the opportunity to call that in the critical moment.
That's what a lot of people, I don't think, realize is it's not so much how many penalties they do or don't call with the Chiefs. It's always in that moment, when it means the most. The game means the most.
I think the most surprising part to me is not even the fact that Mahomes wasn't, Mahomes he played a pretty poor game, and that's the defense's defense is a big reason for that. That's not the shocking part. It's the fact that they dominated the Chiefs as bad as he did, such a blowout fashion, and Saquon was they stabilized Saquon. He really didn't do a whole lot, which I mean he had 6-7 catches, but other than that
he did break TD's record. He broke.
He did. Yep.
The record. So That's a
But
big
like
one. He had that
overall, like
big
if
catch
you
down the sideline.
but if you put up like 40, 40 point, like I'm expecting him to have 170 yard rushing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think he did just enough yesterday that it kept the Chiefs honest, and they had to keep, they had to keep, maintaining him or whatever you want to say. But like it opened it up just enough. He played just well enough where it opened up the one-on-one coverage where Devontae and AJ could eat.
And Dotson. What
And
about
Dotson.
Jahan?
Yo, so at the beginning, right after kickoff, I turned to my uncle and I said, Jahan Dotson, his over unders was for catches was 0.5. He said, well, I do the overs. So he catches that almost touchdown, and we're like, oh, we hit. We didn't bet it, but we would have hit. And then he catches the second one, and my uncle goes, I wonder what did he say? I wonder what 2.5 is. The alternate line. The alternate line. I said, forget 2.5. I wonder what 1.5 was.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Probably plus 800.
Yeah, dude. I think it was like, I can't remember what it was, but it was like plus like 3 something for over a half a catch.
Yeah. They just
Really
all
had 2
showed up.
catches, right?
Yeah. But they showed, dude, that dime that Jalen Hurts threw to
Smith,
Devontae Smith. Yeah.
the play action, beautiful. No, it's
Yeah.
beautiful. Overall, there's I think one bad throw that he made the entire game. Other than that, I thought he was damn near perfect.
And I think that was a bad route. I think AJ was supposed to be running a comeback there.
You think so? Okay,
I do.
Well,
it was very short. I just didn't like it because of where they were on the field. Like,
I agree.
If they were more midfield, hey, chalk it up as a punt. I think
Agreed.
that's fine. But they were at like what the 30-yard line. Like you're in field goal range.
You're in field goal range. Yeah.
Be smarter.
Even if you don't get the first down, you have to do something. I don't like the play call. Because they did the replay and there was literally not a soul on the right side of the field closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
I just don't like that play call. But yeah, I agree. I would have. It's like a punt. It was third down. You throw it up. It is what it is. But I agree. I would have liked them to gain a few yards for the field goal. Thankfully, it didn't really matter.
All right.
Because it was 7-0 at that point.
Yep.
Yeah.
But like overall, like, I thought he played a good game, and like in a game again where Saquon doesn't really go nuts, like I think Hurts is pretty much the clear MVP. I mean, I know Sweat had it. People thought maybe Sweat had a chance, but Hurts with his legs. I mean, yeah, it was a no-brainer.
At halftime, we were talking about who could be the MVP, and I said, honestly, at this point, I was like, I think DeJean had a legit case. He had some really nice tackles and that pick.
Yeah, the pick six.
Yeah,
my dad, I forget the exact year that it happened where they named like co-MVPs. He's like, just give it to the whole defensive line.
Yeah.
Just give it to the whole D line and just say, hey, those are the those guys are the MVPs of the game.
I think that happened twice. I think it was the Cowboys offensive line in like the 90s or something?
There was 2 defensive players when you're thinking
okay.
Bills with the Bills number.
I just mean like
I'd have to look.
Yeah.
I'd have to look. I don't know. But he said that. He's like, just give it to the whole D line. What makes sense? I mean,
I think Jalen Hurts played the best game of his career. I know
it's up there.
It's easy to say because he won the Super Bowl.
Well, I think that's a possibility because it's the Super Bowl. Like it's not a game in October. It's even statistically, if this wasn't his best game statistically, this is the biggest show of in the world. So like,
you could argue he played even better in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, but
but what he did this year that was so well was that when the blitz came, he took what they gave him and just took off.
Yep, mm-hmm.
Like he was smart,
and also he's a part of the reason why they won. He wasn't a reason they lost 2 years ago.
No, definitely not. I mean, the fumble hurts, but that's
sure.
a fluky thing, like whatever.
But they were good enough to overcome that fumble.
Sure.
But no,
the reason they lost 2 years ago was Jonathan Gannon's head was in Arizona. Like that's why.
I don't.
Sorry, go ahead. Continue your point. That's irrelevant.
Yeah. I don't know if it was because his head was in Arizona. I think,
or he just sucked.
I just think he didn't know how to react to what the Kansas City threw back out there. Unlike our Fangio can just like change on the fly.
Also. So what were we talking about? I wanted to bring up a point too. How come it seemed like every guy that's going to be leaving this team in the offseason had like a career game. Josh Sweat's probably going to be gone. He had a great game. Milton Williams is going to be gone. He's going to get paid.
Zach Bond should have had a contract today.
Bond will be back. Bond will be
He
back.
should have had a contract today.
I think Bond and Becton will be back. They should be back.
I was listening to whatever station today, and they said that Bond is the least likely guy to leave, and they've been hearing that since the beginning of the year. Like he like loves the Eagles, loves it. Like they had the like buy-in from him from the beginning to be a starter, and like they actually believed in him. So I don't think he's going anywhere.
Yeah. And even yesterday, like even Slay, like. He's probably going to be gone this year.
No, you can't. I honestly, dude, you can't get.
You need the money though. You need the money though.
You say Slay 1 year, $5 million. Come on.
I don't disagree with you. I love Slay. We've talked about it over text, like the three of us. I'm a big Slay fan. I just think sometimes you have to choose business, and I think they have 2 or 3 guys. I think Isaiah Rodgers, Quayon Mitchell, and DeJean are pretty solid.
They might be. They very well might be, but I think me and you also agree DeJean's a slot. He's never going to be an outside.
I think that's just as important in today's game than more than ever. But would you rather have 35-year-old Darius Slay?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
yes. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I was going to say or Miles Garrett. Garrett.
Well, so
right.
Here's the thing. Here's how I feel. I think that you need him for 1 more year. Just 1 more year to like solidify these, because Isaiah Rodgers is still relatively young, right? He's
his 4th or 5th year.
And then you got 2 rookies. Like just 1 more year to learn.
No, but they're not playing like rookies though.
I know, but 1 more year just to like be like, hey guys, this is it. And he said it. He said it in his post game like presser. He was like, these guys are ready to take the keys to the kingdom. Like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know how much longer I'll be here, but these guys are ready to take it over.
I just think if you save the money, I think they're good enough where they're at with those 3 guys, and it gives you a chance to go get Myles Garrett. It gives you a chance to pay Bond. Bond's not going to make a ton of money. They may either do that 1 year, prove it again, or they may say, here's a 3-year deal, kind of what TJ Edwards got with Chicago, like 3 years, $20 million. He's not going to break the bank, but I think that there's a very good chance that they say, or the way that I look at it, I don't know if this happens, but I think I would rather them go with the young 3 young guys. You bring back Bond and you try to trade for Garrett, a guy like Myles Garrett.
So who's your veteran leadership on defense then?
Zach Bond.
He's your guy that you want as a veteran leadership.
Yeah, he's going into year 6.
I know, but he's not.
Yeah, but
he's not
right.
Slay. You know what I mean? He's not a guy that I think the team is going to hype around. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, CJ Gardner-Johnson. That's a perfect guy to hype around.
Gardner-Johnson's a little too wild for me.
Okay,
doesn't really calm you down back there.
Myles Garrett's a great veteran. Myles Garrett's a great veteran.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't think they're going to be able to get Garrett.
Why not?
Because of what you're going to have to surrender for him.
Why give up a 1st-round pick this year, a 2nd-round pick next year, and a 1st-round the year after?
They want a rookie. They want like DeJean. They want a player.
They'll never ever get.
How old is Myles Garrett right now? Like
27,
28, 27? Yeah.
They want a player. They're not
going to get a player though.
Well, I mean, I would give them Bryce Huff.
Sure, yeah, but like Huff has negative value.
Who was inactive yesterday?
Yes.
For the Super Bowl.
Give them
what was that contract?
The
Bryce Huff. What is he getting paid?
A lot to just sit on the sideline.
Listen, I understand. I understand what you're saying about Slay. I love Slay. I think he's arguably the best corner they've had in years and years and years and years. I'm a huge Slay guy. Mike and I argued about him a couple weeks ago.
I love Slay the player. I love Slay.
Sure.
Yeah.
You guys know how much but I think this team is. I think these 2 rookies are so far ahead. Anything that is around the NFL, I think a guy like Zach Bond, a guy like Barnett, if they bring him in, CJ Gardner-Johnson, I think if they bring back Nakobe Dean on a cheap deal, because is he going into year 4?
No, Dean's back. Dean's back regardless.
Right. So he's at least back for one more year, right?
Yeah, he's on that same Jordan Davis year.
So,
and I liked what I saw out of Dean before he got hurt.
Yeah,
like,
and he's the play caller. So like,
yeah.
I don't think you need Slay another year for that leadership mentality. They just won a Super Bowl.
1 year, $5 million. You in?
Does it stop me from getting Garrett?
No.
If it doesn't stop me from getting Garrett, sure. But if it stops me from getting Garrett, Slay, I love you, but go to Cleveland.
Why would it stop you from getting Garrett? Why would Slay stop you from getting Garrett?
I think they're trying to free up as much money as they possibly can.
$5 million.
I don't know the money. I don't
Chump change in today's NFL.
I don't know what the money is. All I'm saying is, if it stops me from getting Garrett, yeah, I'm out.
Are you throwing Jordan Davis in a deal to get Garrett?
Yes, but I don't think you're going to see any players going at all.
Real quick,
whether he gets traded to Dallas, whether he gets traded.
This
to
is probably a different
wherever.
question. Are you in or out on bringing back Dallas Goedert? In or out?
Out.
Okay, you could use that money then on Myles Garrett, no? I think Goddard's going to make a lot of money.
I don't know the money. That's all my point was. Is the talk is that they're letting go of Slay because they need more money this offseason.
The way Slay's been kind of outspoken about this potentially being like the last ride with the Eagles, it almost seems like it's his choice, not theirs. Like I haven't heard about.
No, I think they've told him like it's
maybe
this is probably he's probably on board, not on board with the idea, but understands at this point he's 33, 34, 35, whatever he is. It's a business, and they're going to do what's best for their business, and I'm going to do what's best for my career, and that it may just be that I'll go to Baltimore or for one more, because he said he's going to play one more year. So he may say I'll go one more place that I could potentially win. It may be here. It may. I would love to keep him here and add Myles Garrett. I'm just telling you, they're saying he costs a lot of money this year, and he might be the reason why we can't re-sign guys or bring in other guys. If you could get it done with all of them, great. But that's not what the talk is. The talk is that they can't get anything done unless they allow him to walk.
What was his contract this year?
Who? Slay?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I'm looking right now.
I think it was it 12 million, something like that? Am I off on that?
You were 11.3.
Yeah.
And he's due 16.
I was gonna say he's one more year left on that deal, right?
He's got one more year.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
16's it's a lot.
Well, unless Howie does Howie and says defer it.
I mean, maybe they've had that conversation and Slay's like no, and that's why he thinks he's gone.
Right. That's my guess. That's exactly my guess. Is that they told him we're either going to defer the money or we want you to take a big pay cut. And he's saying, well, I got one more year left. I'm trying to make as much money as I possibly can. Sure. I'd rather not. Yeah. But who knows? A lot could have changed after yesterday.
Dude, that cap number in 2026 goes to $25 million.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of money.
That's crazy.
That might stop you from getting Myles Garrett.
That's crazy.
What's Huff's contract? Is he done, or is he still got a year or two left?
Bryce Huff?
He's got a 4-year deal.
A 4-year deal.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That's your GM, guys. No, I'm just kidding.
He just won his second Super Bowl.
I'm just kidding.
Second appearance in 2 years. 3 in the last 7.
Sometimes we strike out. Listen. I get it.
3-year, $51 million.
Okay, so
I thought it was a 4-year deal.
2 years left.
The 4th year is a void year.
Okay.
Yeah, good, great.
Listen, we do a lot of shit talk. We're gonna have time to do a lot of shit talking on Howie Roseman at some point. That day is not today. I did hear. So I did see a question on Twitter, X, or whatever you want to call it now. And I thought it was interesting because when Nick Foles won his Super Bowl, a lot of talk was like, "Oh, is Nick Foles the best quarterback in Eagles history?" I think it's an insane question, but I think the Hurts question I think is a lot more legitimate. Where do you rank Hurts among Eagles quarterbacks all time?
It's a tough question.
Yeah, that's a tough question. I don't know.
He's number one to me.
I think I agree.
You have to put him number one. 2 Super Bowls with 1 win. I mean, McNabb is the greatest statistic Eagles quarterback. But when you go down to like the greatest quarterback as of right now, it's
Well, like, people said that about Foles, but like Foles played like 3 or 4 great games. Like that's a crazy question to bring up Foles. But like Hurts, I think there's like a legitimate argument for number 1.
I think there's an argument. I don't think it's factual. I don't think I think that yet. I think if he does like another 2 or 3 years of I'm not saying get to a Super Bowl or even win a Super Bowl. I'm not saying that. I think that if he gives you another 2, 3, 4 years of like consistently being in the playoffs, winning a playoff game here or there, winning another, whether that's getting to another Super Bowl or winning another Super Bowl, I think it's still a little too early, personally, but it's close.
Yeah, I don't think it's an insane question.
No,
I really don't.
No, I think there's conversation there.
Yeah.
We're gonna piss some people off with that.
I don't think so, though. And listen,
there's one specific person I'm thinking of that would listen to that and say, "You guys are fucking nuts."
My father.
Yeah.
Okay, well, listen. If anybody listens to WIP, his clip's been all over the internet the last 3 weeks. But yeah, I mean, listen. I've been a big critic of Hurts. Like I haven't loved him the last handful of years, but it's time to give him his flowers. It just is.
Well, if he wins. He does win.
Yep.
He's not going to put up the stats that you want, and he's not going to. I mean, I think when he needs to, he will, but I don't think he's. I think he's just going to do what he's got to do to win.
Yeah, he said. I mean, he's been saying the quote a bunch. I've heard him saying it's just because we don't doesn't mean we can't. Like we will find different ways to win. Just because I don't put up 300 to 400 yard passing game doesn't mean we can't. We just find other ways to win.
I think that's why I'm not sure that he's the best Eagles quarterback ever, because they don't have to rely on him. I think he's a very good quarterback. Mike and I, we've agreed for most of at least this season, and maybe mostly over Jalen Hurts' career, is that he's probably not elite, but he's not average either, right?
Sure.
Like he's somewhere in between there. So, I think the way he's able to adapt is great, but I don't think they need to rely on him so much. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm somebody who sits here. I tweeted last week, I don't care if they win. I don't care if he throws for 130 yards and they win. That's the way they win, as long as they win. But I just don't think we could call him the best quarterback yet, because I don't think he puts the team on his back every single solitary week. So
I agree with that. But in these biggest moments, I mean, he plays his ass off.
Sure. No, absolutely.
Is the entire offensive line elite? Is there
one from the offensive line this year?
Is this the best
whole?
Is this the best offensive line as a whole that we've seen?
I say yes, because if you want to compare them to the 2017, right? Go position by position. Do you say Peters or do you say Vaitai?
I guess you'd have to go Vaitai because
So Mylott is better than Vaitai.
Sure.
Dickerson's better than Wisniewski.
Mm-hmm.
Kelsey's better than Juergens.
Brandon Brooks.
I think that's pretty even.
Yeah.
Becton and Brooks.
Yeah.
And then Lane Johnson. So
I think you do.
I think I would go this. I think I would.
Yeah, I think I would too. But I think you have to try to find a way to bring back Becton, or if you don't, find a replacement, because like I think it's a tough spot for Steen to come into. But like in the 3 plays he was in, I thought he was awful.
I thought he played solid. I really did.
I thought he got beat a few times.
Nah, I was totally. Me and our uncle were talking about it last night. It's not ideal that he's out there because it's the Super Bowl, and you don't want Becton to go back in there hurt the team if he's not healthy.
Sure. But I didn't love.
I was confident enough in I was confident enough in Steen yesterday. I thought he was solid. I think the games that he played this year, he played well enough.
Yeah,
I like Steen as the rotational guy that can pop in for whoever needs to be popped.
Sure, I think that's fair. But as like a starter, like I think you need to.
Yeah, no, I agree, Mike. I'm gonna agree with you on this one.
There we go.
It's all right. You guys could be wrong. He played. I mean, he played as well as you possibly can.
Absolutely, but he's not on Becton's level. Is what I'm saying.
No,
I think kind of what Mike was getting at. Like, you got to find a way to get Becton back.
Is good enough. The rest of the offensive line is good enough that if he's your weakest link, I think you're still in a good position. I
Yeah,
think you
but
still win a Super Bowl.
yeah, you could possibly.
Yeah. I don't disagree with that.
You don't need him to be great. He could be the Jalen Hurts of the offensive line.
There you go. Just
he's
shows
gonna,
up.
he's gonna win the Super Bowl MVP, is what you're saying.
It's all written, right? Is that what he said? Is that what he told Chris Long? It's already written.
Is that what he said?
Chris Long said, I went up to him. What was it before the game? He said I went up before the game and asked him how he was feeling, and he just said he just looked at me and said, "It's already written."
Who, Jalen?
Yeah, I knew you were gonna love that,
Dude. Did you see that video I sent you of Jalen Hurts? Like, Mike, I sent Dom a video of Jalen. It's like Jalen Hurts quote, like if he was a teacher.
Yeah,
And it's like,
It's like,
I don't. He's like, I don't give grades. Grades just reveal if you were ready or not. And
it's like that old like cringy like I don't write poetry. Poetry writes me.
yeah, and he's like
philosophical kind of.
like, and I was like, dude, that is Jalen Hurts. He's like, a test just really is a way for you to look at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
And like, are you happy with what you see, or do you want to change it?
He's very philosophical. He's just a quote machine. I wonder if he just like spends like all week just like practicing like lines like
he should write a book. He should write a book of just quotes.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Give that to AJ Brown to read
Right.
on the sideline.
It was nice to see him smile yesterday.
He hasn't smiled in 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice to see him smile. It was. Did you see how excited he got when he said he was going to Disney World?
I didn't see that clip. No.
Yeah.
He had like a huge smile on his face. Like it. I do think that people try to do the Kobe thing a little bit too much. I didn't like that.
What's that?
Where he went and tried to sit by himself with the trophy.
Oh yeah.
I think that's overplayed a little bit too much, but that could just be me.
I think it was real with him.
You
I
do?
agree. The
Yeah.
only person that does Kobe-like things that I can't stand is Jason Tatum. So anybody else is allowed to do it except Jason Tatum.
I think he's like such a mental person. I think he really needed that time to like be by himself.
He's a little
Hurts?
Yeah.
Yes.
In a good way. Like
Sure.
It's
You need
funny.
to be
Like,
nuts.
if you put him and Jalen Carter next to each other, like they're both a little crazy, but like
They're both
different
psychopaths
ways.
in different ways.
Yeah.
Did you see who Jalen Hurts said the first two people to text him were?
I didn't.
No, I did not.
Wait, can I guess?
Yeah.
What are they easy? Like are they like layups or
Are they athletes? Are they football players? Are they
They're
celebrities?
athletes. They're athletes.
LeBron, because LeBron finds a way to get his name into everything.
Nope.
I like that. Non-football players, you said?
I'm gonna non-football players.
Mike Trout.
No.
Bryce Harper,
Nope.
Allen Iverson.
Nope. No Philadelphia guy.
No Philadelphia guy.
Give us a hint.
Is that Jason Tatum?
I think
Yeah, I would. Oh God,
I think the one guy texted him because he signed to him.
Jordan.
Jordan was the first person.
Oh,
to
okay.
text him.
Oh
Interesting.
man, I didn't get that. You said the other guy's an athlete too?
Athlete, played in one city his whole career.
Not football.
Not football. Generational talent. We all grew up watching him. We all grew up watching him on a team that we probably all hate.
Why am I?
Played the same position his whole career.
Play the same
He was the
position.
captain of his team.
Jeter.
Jeter was the second
I
person.
love
to
Jeter.
text.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't love
Derek-
Jeter. I don't hate him.
I love Jeter. Jeter's
Well, I meant we hated the team that he played for.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
I also
I don't
love-
hate the Yankees.
I also love Derek Jeter.
I
But-
respect the hell out of Jeter, but I don't.
They
love
were
him.
the first two people to text him.
It's interesting.
I like that. Well, Jeter's a Jordan guy too.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I used to when I was a kid. I used to have the Jeter Jordan cleats or sneakers rather.
Oh,
Yeah,
me too,
they had the
They look
Jeter like
cleats.
the Jeter logo looked exactly like the Jordan logo.
What'd you say?
So the Jeter logo looked exactly like the Jordan logo.
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah, it was very similar.
But the
yeah,
Jeter
he was
Jordan
signed- he was
shoes
signed to
look
Jordan.
like they
Yeah.
look like cleats, right?
Yeah.
Yes, the sneakers looked like cleats. Yep.
Yeah, I had those as well.
They were like blue and white. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, they were the first two to text him.
I love that actually.
So we did our Super Bowl prop sheet,
Uh oh.
and I did miserable. I was 5-7. Dom, you were 6-6, and coming in first place, Chris 9-3.
Woo!
Wow, that's a big win too. That's
Big
a
win.
that's a large margin.
Big win.
Can we go through them?
Sure, we can go through them. So the first one was the length of the national anthem in seconds,
So-
120.5.
So
Was the over under.
I told our uncle about that. I said it's 120 seconds and a half, 120 and a half seconds, and
You know what it came in at?
so I did it on my own, but I was like two or 3 seconds late.
Okay.
I had it at 2:05.
119.
119.5, right?
It was right around that. It was like
A minute 19.
No. 119 seconds.
119
Oh,
seconds.
okay.
Dude, it
So,
was,
like,
right
it was like
under.
a second less
Yep.
than the under.
Yep.
Yeah.
So here's the problem. We were watching it, and I don't know if you guys noticed at the end towards the end of the national anthem, he said, "And the home, and the
Yeah.
home,
3 times.
and the home."
Yeah, you repeated
and we
it
were like,
3
whoa,
times.
we need our money back.
Yeah, you repeated it 3 times.
Also, hand up. This one might be on me. I heard the name John Batiste. I thought it was a white dude. I'll be honest. That's just
Well,
probably. But I'm just saying, it's
I'm
all
just
right,
gonna
number-
assume it's 2025.
yes, I did. I don't know. It threw me off. Not that there's anything wrong. I'm just just an observation. Number 2, the coin toss, heads or tails. I said heads. Both you said tails. You both were correct. Number 3, who will win the kick of destiny? We all said Eli. Peyton Shanks, not Shanks. He doinked it. We're off
did
the upright.
doink it. Yeah.
You guys watch that by any
I
chance?
did.
I saw the replay. I didn't watch it live.
Doinked it. And Eli could have hit it from like 45.
Yeah.
Fucking drilled it. Which team
Never be a
scores?
quarterback, Eli?
Yeah. Which team scores first? Me and Don both said Chiefs. Chris said Eagles. You were correct. Who will be in the lead at the end of the first half? I said Chiefs. You both said Eagles. So you both were correct there. Well, Kendrick Lamar performed more than 10 and a half songs. He performed 11. So, Chris got that one right.
You know what?
Me and you got it wrong.
You know what else I don't like about that is he did like 2 or 3 songs. I think it was either
There was
2 or 3
one.
songs that weren't even real songs.
Yeah, there was one song he did that. It was
The very first one.
this was it the first one or was it the second
Yeah.
one?
He started rapping and it was like a freestyle thing.
Yeah, it was. I think it was like a clip of when he was putting out his trailer. It was like or when he was putting out his album. It was like a trailer for the album, and it was just like a random like
Yeah, it's not a real
freestyle
song. I
kind
don't
of
like
thing.
that.
But that's according to the set list that was on it.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm not saying you. I'm just
And that puts it over because there were 11
Yeah, I don't
songs
like
and
that.
that one would have put it over. Yep.
that's like saying "and the home" 3 times.
We can talk about the halftime show after I'm done reading this list because I want to get your thoughts. 7. Will Kendrick have any special performance other than SZA? Me and Dom said no. Chris said yes. Yeah, so that was a no.
Yeah, but what about Samuel Jackson and Serena Williams?
Do they count?
No, they didn't perform.
They were
Well,
both.
actually,
Serena Williams.
they did
Serena
perform.
Williams danced.
They did a performance.
Okay. Which team would get Paul to start the second half?
Wait. By the way, what did I say? Who was going to come out with Kendrick?
You did.
I did say
You
it.
had the order a little messed. Like it was at the very end.
I did.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's close.
Which team gets the ball start the second half? Me and Dom said Eagles. Chris said Chiefs. Will both teams score in the third quarter? Me and Dom said yes. That one hit. Chris said no. And then will the total number of points scored be odd or even? I said even. I was right. You both said odd. And then will the winning coach have Gatorade or water poured on them? I feel like we should have just done color Gatorade because whoever pours water on them.
Right.
But we all said Gatorade, obviously. And then will quarterback win MVP? I was under the assumption that Barkley would win. So I said no. You both said yes. So
What color was the Gatorade?
was
Was
yellow.
it green or was it yellow?
it was yellow.
Okay. Because that was a debate too.
Was there a debate there? It definitely was yellow.
Well, at first it looked like green when they first poured it, and then I saw a replay the other night. I'm like, oh, wait, that's yellow.
Definitely
And
yellow.
so people were like debating that pretty heavily.
Yeah, I think it was yellow. So yeah, what did you guys think of the halftime show? I want to get your thoughts. Because like that's a big conversation. Is like I feel like every year there's people either love it or hate it.
You guys
Depending
know,
on if you like the music or not.
yeah, you guys know how I feel about Kendrick. He's my favorite artist. I love him to death. With that being said, I didn't think it was great. I didn't think it was horrible.
Yeah.
I've seen better. I've seen worse. I think it probably ranks somewhere in the middle for me.
Didn't play enough hits
but-
for me.
What'd you say?
Didn't play enough hits.
I agree. But I don't think I don't think he cares enough about what we want.
No, well, I think the entire performance is basically to tell Drake to fuck
Yeah,
you.
sure. I don't think he went out there saying I'm going to put on this Michael Jackson performance or this Prince performance or something like that. I think he just went out there and did what he wanted to do, and that's very Kendrick Lamar. Like that's very Kendrick of him. So again, I've seen worse. I've seen better. I do wish he played a little bit more hits. But I do like some of the songs, like Luther, the one that he did with SZA, is probably like one of my top 3 favorite songs of his. He played a couple things from Damn. I wish he did
Humble.
Mad City. Yeah, so Humble and DNA
Yep.
are from Damn.
Mhm.
I wish he would have played like Mad City or something because that's like a pretty upbeat song. He did all right with Dr. Dre a few years ago, so
Yep.
I thought maybe he'd do it again. That's one of his more popular songs. But yeah, I've seen better. I've seen worse.
I'm not a huge Kendrick fan, so I was partaking in other activities during the halftime
You didn't
show.
even watch it.
I was partaking in other activities.
I don't know what that means.
What?
Drinking.
I was definitely drinking.
He was already at Broad Street.
Yeah,
I was
24
out there.
nothing. He was feeling good.
I was with the Crisco cops.
Yeah.
I was helping.
You're greasing the poles.
I was
You're getting
greasing
ready.
the poles. I think I saw a little bit of it where like in between of us like taking shots and stuff, and I like the A minor like necklace that he had on
Mhm.
coming right at Drake, and like I kind of thought that there was like some pretty cool symbolism there. Like he definitely had like the United States like broken in half. Like there was a lot of symbolism in what he did in a very short period of time of what he was able to accomplish. So
It was about the message.
Yeah.
So as an artist, like I got to give him props for being able to come up with that on top of he's got a world tour, or is it just a United States tour?
It started as a U.S. tour, and then after the Super Bowl, he announced the world tour.
So he's got a world tour coming up. He just had the Grammys, and like I got to give him respect as like
He's definitely a creative guy for sure.
Yeah, and like I give him respect for what he did. It didn't like really interest me because I'm not a Kendrick fan.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Nothing against the dude. I just don't like rappers I'm taller than.
So you're Team Drake. I got it.
I'm not Team Drake. I definitely do not like Drake, but I am in that battle. I pick Kendrick.
Is Kendrick that short? How short? How tall is he?
He's like 5'7", 5'6". He's tiny.
Yeah,
I'm like 5'6", 5'7".
I hate to break it to you.
But I also pick USA over Canada. So in the scheme of things, that's why I'll go with Kendrick over
fair
Drake.
enough. Fair enough. I'm not like the biggest Kendrick fan. Like his voice is kind of
That's
be
what
off-putting, but
his flow. I don't like the flow. The flow kind of. It's either you like it or you don't. Yeah, it's either you like it or you don't. Like you like that kind of like rap, or you don't like that.
It had to grow on me where like because the way that he kind of like he doesn't enunciate his words very well. So sometimes you're like, what the? You can listen to something 7 times, like what the fuck is he saying? Like, I can't understand it. I don't. But other than that, like when you do catch it, I think he's pretty good. But
yeah, like I said, as a performer and as a like visionary, like I think he did a great job. I'd like to see like I would have liked to see Lil Wayne out there.
I agree.
Like
I said it last week. I would have preferred Lil Wayne.
No. I'm not saying Lil Wayne to do the whole thing.
You're saying as a cameo. Gotcha.
Yeah. Just for that, and I would like to see J. Cole do a halftime show.
So
That's
you want to see Lil Wayne do it, Mike? You have you seen him perform live in like the last 5 years? He can't talk.
No,
He can't
no.
talk.
Like, to be fair, he never really could.
Right. Well, so you want to talk about how Kendrick can't pronounce his words? Lil Wayne can hardly pronounce his words.
Has he done performances in the last 5 years? I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, look it up. It's really bad.
I will. Really. Okay, I'll look it up.
By the
I
way,
mean,
Kendrick Lamar
yeah.
has a Pulitzer Prize.
Yes, he does.
Just throwing that out there.
Is that the
For all
Pimp
the
a
not
Butterfly?
for you guys, for the haters.
Pimp a Butterfly, right?
It was in 2018. I don't know. Or no, it was for Damn.
Was it?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I
would have guessed. So I would have guessed the same.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's Kendrick Lamar accepts the 2018 Pulitzer Prize for music for Damn.
Wow. Interesting.
The only rapper ever.
Yep.
I meant that for the haters that, not you guys. I just mean that the people that like are watching it and like, I don't like this. Blah, blah,
Well,
blah, blah,
I mean,
blah.
my dad was one of them. He doesn't really
Sure.
get or like rap, but
Sure.
it's funny. So my wife didn't even know who really Kendrick was. She's like, "Who the fuck is this?" And she's not really like a rap fan by any means. She listened to like 90s, early mid 2000s, and like that's kind of when she stopped with like rap and all that. But she's like, you know what? I might be a Kendrick fan. She liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised, but.
I'm so happy he did not like us.
So I was like explaining to her like the whole like Drake and Kendrick thing. So, all right, listen to this song in order, trying to break it all down. But no, I thought the way that he like brought the Not Like Us to it was kind of creative, like kind of bringing in like weaving in and out of it, to, like people thinking he was gonna do it, and then
I think I as much as I love Kendrick, and I did like the performance, I do think they missed the mark in bridging the gap between like, because the Super Bowls, it's the whole demographic, right?
Sure.
Everybody watches it. I don't think they did a great job of bridging that gap, like a Bruno Mars or a Justin Timberlake or even Usher. Usher last year, like your parents know who Usher is. Mine do. I think Kendrick is a good fit for people our age.
Sure.
I just don't think it was the greatest choice of like for everybody though.
Oh, 100%.
But also like the last few years have been R&B rap, right? Like Rihanna, Usher, Dr. Dre.
Ever since Jay-Z took over the thing.
But I think that's fine because you saw so many years of like it was Springsteen and the Who and the Rolling Stones and like all within like a 5 or 6 year period of like the same kind of genre, right?
Sure.
Like so, I think they're probably going to stick with it, but I'm interested to see who'll do it next year.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, if you had to like pick one, who would you want to like? If you had to say, there's really not one that I could like think of. Like, I don't think, and I'm not even really like a big Taylor Swift fan, but like, I don't think the NFL would even ask her. I think the thing's getting played out. The whole Taylor
Can't do it
Swift thing.
anyway.
Why can't she?
Because she signed with Coca-Cola and Pepsi.
It's not the Pepsi halftime show anymore.
But I think they still have.
No, I don't believe so. So that used to be the thing.
I think
but now it's Apple.
I think the NFL still has deals with Pepsi. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
That's
because I know I have heard that argument of like, oh, it used to be called the Pepsi halftime show. Now it's the Apple.
No, I
Music
think the NFL has a deal with Pepsi. I think that's what it is. They still have a deal with Pepsi. So I think that's what is stopping them. I think she would be a great choice personally. I
don't know if the NFL would do it, to be honest.
No. I mean, as much as I would love to see the Foo Fighters do it, I don't know that they still bridge the gap that they did maybe 10 years ago.
Have they ever done it? They have, right?
No.
Really?
Mm-mm.
I don't know why it surprises me.
I'm trying to think.
I think there's a poll up. Let me see. I was just looking while you guys were talking.
I mean, like there are bands like Metallica that probably that are kind of always in the discussion. I wouldn't be surprised if they go country eventually.
Oh God.
Yeah. I know.
Well, I mean, listen, we talk about Jay-Z's in charge. Beyonce does this country thing now. Supposed country. It's not country, but supposed country. Somehow that wins country. I don't even like country music, but somehow that one, album of the year is a country song. Doesn't make any country album. Doesn't make any sense.
I would like to see J. Cole.
He's.
I like J. Cole.
I like him, but he's like even less mainstream than like
Yeah.
Kendrick.
He doesn't bridge the gap enough, and I think that's what the problem. And as much as I love Kendrick, I just think that was the problem last night. Was that it just doesn't. It doesn't bring everybody together.
Right.
And I think the Foo Fighters are kind of like that too. I think maybe 10 years ago they probably would have been a good choice, but
Dude, they really did. Well, before Jay-Z took over, they really was like just mainstream, like pop.
yeah,
you know,
Katy
like-
Perry, Lady
But-
Gaga.
so let's
or
go
not
back-
Lady Gaga.
yeah, no, Lady Gaga. So let's go
I
back to.
thought she was the national. I thought she was the national anthem.
Justin
No,
Timberlake.
This is the halftime show. So I have this. This is starting. Let's just pick a random date here. Let's do 2013. Beyonce, Bruno Mars. Wait, hold on. Is this the?
Yeah, you're right.
Yes, correct. Okay. All right. Yes, performers. Yes. All right. Hold on. I got it. It's 2013. It was
Who plays in there?
Beyonce.
Yep.
Bruno Mars, Katy Perry, Coldplay, Lady Gaga, Justin Timberlake, Maroon 5. And then what's his name? Jay-Z takes over. The next one is Shakira and Jennifer Lopez. The Weeknd. And then the one with Dre, Snoop, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar, Rihanna, Usher, Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah. And then, but then the 10 years before that, like, again, you see like Springsteen and The Who and
I could go back before then. So
Here's an interesting.
Rolling Stones.
Madonna, the Black Eyed Peas, The Who, Bruce Springsteen, Tom Petty, Prince, the Rolling Stones, Paul McCartney. Yeah.
Here's an interesting one. Green Day.
I would like Green Day.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I like it. Are they still like doing stuff?
Yeah, it said Grateful Dead, Metallica,
No, thanks.
Green Day. That would be.
Dead.
'cause it's gonna
What
be-
year are we in?
Well, it's going to be in Santa Clara, so it's going to be in California.
They're from that area too. They're from.
That's
Oakland.
why. That's why they
Yeah.
were saying it.
Does nothing for me.
Yeah.
But that's the thing with the
Lil Wayne to do because he's from New Orleans.
halftime.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, but there's 1,000 people from California.
Yeah, but they're specifically from that area.
Sure, no, I get you. But listen, like the halftime show is one of the things where, like, obviously music is subjective and everybody has an opinion. So it's impossible to pick an act that pleases everybody. Impossible.
Ooh, it says, does Drake get his turn next year?
No, I don't think so.
Right now, there's intriguing options: Green Day, Metallica, Journey.
Journey. What year are we
That's
in?
way. That's way. Yeah. That's
What year are we in?
good on that.
Just get a hologram of Tupac. Why don't you?
E40.
E4, the rapper?
Yeah, Too Short, and
I
perhaps
mean-
the most intriguing of them all, MC Hammer.
MC,
thanks.
yeah. What year are we in?
That was on the LA Times.
The LA Times should be put down.
I'm just scrolling through to see
If
anything pops up.
any of those people are the acts in next year's Super Bowl, Chris, I'm coming over to wherever you are, and I am partaking in the halftime games. I'm going.
Billie
to
Eilish.
I was about to bring her up. I wouldn't hate it. Like I don't love
like
her music,
Billie
but
Eilish, yeah.
I wouldn't hate that.
Ooh, Post Malone.
I was gonna say Post Malone is. I was gonna say him earlier because then you kind of bridge that idea of like country.
He does
and-
everything. He does everything.
Yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Is she big enough yet? And maybe she will be by next year, but
Ariana Grande.
I don't think she has enough.
I'm out on. She definitely has enough. She definitely has enough material. She's been huge for
It's all
a
the
decade.
same.
That's
21.
welcome to pop music, Dom.
What about
Everything's
Pink?
always the same.
21 Savage.
No, I'm out on
No,
21 Savage.
no.
Travis Scott.
No.
No, it's not big enough.
They're yeah. I was gonna say they're even lower than J Cole and
Yeah,
Kendrick.
yeah.
What about Pink?
I don't mind Pink.
Pearl Jam.
Morgan Wallen.
No,
Yeah,
I'm out on the country.
Shabuzi.
No, he's got one song. He's gonna perform that one song on repeat for 30 minutes.
What about Lil Nas X?
No, he's like 1.5 songs. No,
How about Queen with Adam Lambert? I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm not a Queen guy.
What about Fall Out Boy?
I would be in for Fall
not
Out
really,
Boy.
not
I
really
love
Fall
Fall
Out
Out
Boy guy either.
Miley
What
Cyrus.
about Eminem?
Sure, he wouldn't. I don't think he'd do it, but sure. It'd be
Jonas
it'd
Brothers?
be a good show. Who, Jonas Brothers? I mean, why not? Sure.
I've got the person for next year. By the way, if
Okay.
it's not Green Day,
All right.
it's Harry Styles.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Was he even off like solo stuff though?
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll make
Or-
up songs like Kendrick does.
Or I got a controversial one.
No, he's not gonna do it. I know who you're gonna say.
Kanye West.
It's not gonna, it's never gonna happen. Dude, you see what Charlemagne said? Charlemagne the God. He basically said like, because you guys have seen his tweets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going nuts again.
Basically said like Drake and Kendrick are kind of taking that spotlight, and with Kendrick's Super Bowl performance coming up, he just needs some way of like getting attention. So because this should be him, like it should be him.
It should be. Yeah.
So you're saying he didn't get enough attention by having his wife dress up in absolutely nothing on the Grammy red carpet?
Correct. What about Mariah Carey?
No.
We should.
Can't even sing anymore.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Was she gonna perform the fucking?
You guys want Lil Wayne? He can't talk.
Is she gonna perform that? Is she gonna perform that bullshit Christmas song for 20 minutes? No, I'm good.
She can't sing that anymore. She can't hit the pitch anymore.
No.
All right, it's 2025.
What else you got? What else you got, Tom?
My thing is not loading. Hold on.
Harry Styles is a good one, actually.
What about Blink 182? I'd rather have Green Day. I would
rather have Green Day too, but I'm fine with Blink. Why not?
I think Queen's a good one. Queen with Adam Lambert.
Yeah, I'm not a Queen guy.
You want to talk about hits though? These are all country music. Never mind. No, I can't look at
Yeah, I don't want country. I'm good with that.
Like 10 country.
The only way I think I'd be fine with country music is if it's like Post Malone, because he does kind of do everything.
Jack Ryan's amazing.
Yeah,
he's not really that.
Isn't he problematic now? Wasn't he a piece of shit or something?
Yeah.
What about Jelly Roll?
Yeah.
I like Jelly Roll, but I don't think he's like.
He's not big yet. Yeah.
Like how many? He's got like 1 or 2 songs that people probably know.
Let's ask ChatGPT. Who should perform the halftime?
All right, do it, Tom. Go ahead.
All right, hold on. I got to start a new chat.
Asking the important questions.
I really think they should wait until who plays in it, and that's who should be.
Just pick like an artist from that.
We would have Will Smith or Meek
No.
Mill.
Yes.
Mill, yeah.
Nah, the Roots.
Yeah, the Roots.
The Roots could do it.
Yeah, but they don't have any hits.
They got hits.
No, they don't.
Not big.
You
hits.
want to talk
They got hits.
about Kendrick's not big enough?
No. They got hits. They just don't have big hits. They got some bangers.
Oh, what's up with Adam Sandler sitting with Paul Rudd too?
Was he?
Yeah, that's a personal foul, Adam. Sitting in a Chiefs fan.
That's a personal foul.
Dom, you caught
technical foul, I think is the
Yeah, I changed it, guys. Thanks.
You caught it, Dom. You caught.
What?
You caught what I was going with.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Is ChatGPT still thinking?
I thought ChatGPT was supposed to be smart.
It just gave me Kendrick Lamar
All right.
things.
Well, did you put 2025 or 2026?
He probably didn't put a year.
It's searching. Adele.
I
fuck with Adele.
I don't like Adele at all.
I wouldn't hate that one.
All right, so here's their list: Adele, Taylor Swift, Jay-Z, Pink, Dolly Parton, Metallica.
Dolly Parton.
Who was the last one?
Metallica. It's searching for more.
Dolly Parton. Why the fuck would we have Dolly Parton?
Rihanna already did it. Oh, all right. I'm stop. I'm done with this list.
What? Who is it? Kanye?
Cardi B.
There you go. She don't dance now. She makes money moves.
All right. Before we get out of here, we can stop talking about this the halftime show. Before we get out of here, I want to know what you guys did after the game. Did you guys hit up Broad Street? How was that whole experience?
Yes,
I did. I sure did.
Did you see some shit?
I did. I sure did.
Did you bring CJ or
what?
Did you bring CJ to Broad Street?
I did not.
I brought my kid. Probably wasn't a great idea, but
I got all the way to Broad and Spruce, and I couldn't move anymore.
See, I'm anti-Center City. For Broad Street.
You just stayed at Broad and Chunk?
Yeah, I think that those people give such a bad rep to this whole thing. They destroyed the city.
Yep.
Destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah,
They ripped the sign out, and they're walking towards the police. Like they're all holding this fucking
light pole.
light post, and walking right towards the cop. Like, what do you think's gonna happen? They destroyed the center city, like broken windows and flipped cars and shit. Like, it just gives the city a bad rep.
I also think if you park on Broad Street during that, you deserve your car flipped. That's just an opinion.
Where else are you gonna park it?
Anywhere else but Broad Street. Like, you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You're taking that risk.
Yeah.
Can you imagine waking up? Could you imagine waking up that next morning not caring about taking a Xanax or something to go to sleep because you're like, I don't want to do any of that. Waking up to go outside to go get into your car and it just being flipped.
I'm gonna go head to work in the morning.
Yeah, and your car.
I drove to my aunt's house, who lives in Packard Park, not far from me, and I decided to drive back home, park at my house, and then walk to Broad Street. I was hanging off a corner, parked illegally. I woke up at 7:00 this morning having a panic attack for hanging off the corner. I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah,
but they stole all the cars.
Or can you imagine somebody just living in this not knowing what sports are and just waking up in their cars upside down?
I live in this city now. They wake up and their car's gone.
It's upside down,
on fire. Yeah,
boss, you're never gonna believe this.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I stayed on Shunk. I brought my daughter for a little bit. My wife eventually took her home. I had a couple people shake my hand and say it was good parenting.
Starting them young.
She was a rock star though. She was great. There were fireworks going off underneath us. So she did really well.
Yeah, no, I got to Broad and Spruce, and at that point, you couldn't move anymore. It was just congested, and I was like, "All right, time to turn around." Because if something does go, my brain always goes the worst case scenario. Yeah. If something goes bad here,
they flip the wrong car over, that guy's gonna get upset.
Yeah. Well, right in the middle of Broad Street, dude, right by Kappa, Dom, the cops were out there. They had what's it called? A taped off crime scene.
Yeah.
I'm like, what in the world? We're in the middle. What? How's this a crime scene? They're like, don't go under the tape. It's an active crime scene. People are like, fuck you. The cops.
Did you see anybody climbing poles, or did people get smarter? That kid died a couple weeks ago.
I did not.
I didn't see it either.
Yeah. People smartened up, I guess.
Never the people from Philly.
I mean, it's I think I told you guys 2 weeks ago after the championship game, they had cops on every light post because they did, or every light post, so they didn't grease the poles.
Mm-hmm.
So there were two cops every post, and two cops had their backs turned, and a kid ran and tried to climb up without them knowing, and they turned around and they ripped them down. So yeah, I just think they think the grease isn't going to stop anybody, so we actually have to put cops there. But
yep.
I was handing out alcohol, being a good Samaritan. I was handing out Jello shots.
There you go.
Just trying to do my part to be to help everybody else. I think I might have handed it to a couple kids.
Allegedly, even though I guess it's not allegedly, it's coming from you. But we do not condone underage drinking on the show.
Teenagers.
Well, it's
Well, maybe 19, maybe 20, turning 21.
Yeah, not 13.
No, not 13.
Yeah. It sounds like a good time. I'm not about that life. It sounds like a nightmare, but
Mike, what'd you do, Mike? You shut the TV off,
rolled over, went to sleep. Yeah, exactly. pretty much. Listen. Some of us had to work the next day. All right?
I had to work
today. Did you? I have to do all that? Yeah, I can't do that.
I can't call out.
One something in the morning.
Yeah, I can't do all that.
And
I was up till
work. I was on a different planet, but
and I can't
tired,
do all that. I can't do all that. I turn on a little bit of coverage, a little post game coverage, and then I was in bed by 11:30, 11:45.
At one point in the fourth quarter, I was seeing like 4 TVs at once. So I went upstairs and I rallied.
If you're seeing 4 TVs, that 19-year-old was definitely a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
Without question.
Right, exactly. Oh man, but yeah, I mean, either way, it's a great game, and there's really not much else we could really talk about tonight because that's really all that matters.
Mike, will you be there Friday?
No, I have work, so
Dom, will you
I
be
will
there
not
Friday?
Yeah, I already told my boss is gonna try her best to see what she could do, but I already told her like I'm not gonna be here Friday.
Do you have sick days?
Yeah, I vacate days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will be in Disney World, so I will not.
Disney
nice.
World. This guy goes to Disney World every other month. It's crazy.
It does sound like a lot of times. Well, if you've been there once, I think it's too much.
Well, that's a technical foul.
What's a technical fact?
No, I love Disney World. I just
Disney World's the greatest, Mike.
I enjoy the concept of Disney World, and then once you get there, it's too many. Again, I'm the oldest 32-year-old on the face of the earth. I don't like crowds. I don't like people. So everybody leave me alone, and it just seems too chaotic.
Yeah, I will be in
chaotic.
Disney World.
Nice.
Unfortunately, I talked to my wife about flying back for the parade, and then
She
flying
probably
back.
said you were out of your fucking mind. Is my guess.
She said if I did that, I could just stay home afterwards.
I thought she was gonna say something else.
Divorce him?
Yeah.
It's on the table. I think it's not off the table.
She said just stay home if you're gonna do that.
When do you go?
And find another place to live.
Wednesday,
You wanted to fly back Friday?
Friday, and
Thursday?
then get back on a plane Friday and go back.
It's
down.
only
like
2 hour. It's only
Yeah,
2 hour
like that.
flight. It's not bad.
It's like a drive to Wildwood. You drive to Wildwood and back in the same day.
Right.
Exactly. That's what my thought process was. I'll go on.
I was pro Brianna, but now I think
Well, I have a follow up question. Is it
Yeah.
just the 3 of you going?
No.
Okay, so she has people to keep her company.
Yes.
Okay, I'm on your side now.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
I would get on a Spirit airline. Like it would cost like $25.
What flight are you finding for $25?
Spirit.
you know why they call it Spirit? Because you become one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll get on Spirit. No
I flew
cares.
to California on Spirit.
What?
I flew to California on Spirit.
Yeah, who cares? I
upgraded, but
I won't need a book bag, nothing, because that's
No.
how they get you. They get you to pay for. I'll just show up
Right.
in Eagle stuff, go to the parade, go
Like,
back and take a flight back. They won't even miss me.
see, the way that I would do it, this is crazy, but I would fly back Thursday night, go to the parade Friday, get a really late flight Friday, so you have most of Friday to yourself.
Well, I mean, then I'm missing Disney World, though.
You've
That's
been
a
there
sacrifice you're making.
100,000 times, and you're
Right.
going to go 100,000 times more.
Yeah,
Right.
but
And how many parades have you seen? One.
Missing
I guess
the
2 if you
baby.
got the Phillies.
And the Eagles. He's been to the Eagles too.
Well, I'm saying he's been to 2 parades. You know, he's only been to 2 parades. This is going to be the 3rd one.
Right.
He's been
That's
to
why
Disney
you
1,000 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We may never see a championship again in this city.
No, Dom, we'll be seeing plenty. Don't
Oh, I hope so. I think so, but your wife can't know that.
I'll tell her that. I'll say, and Bree, Dom said I may not never see.
Blame me. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna jump on this plane real quick.
Nah, you've already seen the parade.
I'll see you. Any prop bets on anything nuts for the parade? What do you guys
No,
think?
I don't think anybody's gonna have like a Jason Kelsey or
All normal, no crazy.
Well, I'm trying to think. Like, it's not coming from Hertz because like Hertz is a very he's a robot.
Now what if you saw a different side because he's all gassed up
It could be,
and he goes up there and he's like laughing and joking and.
but like I'm trying to think of like the personalities on the team. Like Slay will probably say something.
Mylata's,
yeah. But Mylata's in like an endearing, like cute kind of way, and not like an obnoxious Philly asshole kind of way.
Yeah,
So you just think Garner Johnson's gonna go nuts.
Oh
Yeah.
maybe Lane.
Did you see what he posted on his story today?
No.
It was a picture of Travis Kelce, and it said something about like Taylor Swift. Like this dude is nuts.
This is Garner Johnson.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
don't care.
he does. He does not. He does not.
He does not care.
He does not.
I don't know what his.
Probably CJ. I don't know.
I don't know.
Are you looking it up?
I'm trying.
Can you not find it? I'm just taking a while. What's going on here?
I'm looking. I don't know. Whatever.
I can't find it either. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, I don't see it either. Oh, there it is. Wait.
Yeah, I got it. No, he deleted it.
Did he?
Delete it. Yep.
What a bitch. It's a bitch move.
He probably got told he had to.
Yeah.
By who? He won the
The
Super Bowl.
Illumi-
Don't listen to
Illuminati.
anybody.
The Illuminati.
Yeah, well, yeah. I guess when they come knocking.
Yeah. They said, listen, dude, you
Exactly.
can take that down or you cannot be breathing tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
Or we'll make something up about you.
But yeah, like I'm trying to think of like the person. Like I don't know if it's gonna be like I don't think you're gonna have like a chase
You let Big Dom talk?
no. I couldn't care less what Big Dom has to say. Why do we know who that is? It doesn't make any sense.
You hate everything.
Yeah, correct.
You're so miserable.
Why do we give a fuck
You
who
are
Big Dom
so
is?
miserable.
Why do you like him because his
You're the
name's
best
Dom? I
part-
get
no,
it.
I don't care about him. All I'm saying is you hate everything nice. Like
That's not true.
anything that's like a. But if
When is he nice?
Here's the thing: if it was the Flyers, dude, he'd be all.
I don't know who. I don't know. Listen, what is his job? He just follows Nick Sirianni around like a puppet. Like
All I know is
he's like-
Sirianni said the other day that he couldn't do his job if it wasn't for Dom.
He's just
He's a
stroking
coach.
them off. A coach? What? A coach of what?
That's his title. He's a coach.
Would you mess
What does
with
he
him?
coach?
Would you mess with him?
That's not the point. What's he coach?
Something. He's a coach.
He coaches
I
the
don't know.
players on how to not
Just
get
like
beat up.
I don't know the name of the receivers coach. I don't know.
What does he coach? He just follows them around like a lost puppy. Like that's his
Puppy
job.
that'll body slam anybody that comes near him.
Nobody's coming near Nick Sirianni. Like there's no threat to Nick Sirianni. There's Big Dom's job is irrelevant, and even if it was relevant, I shouldn't know who he is or what he is or his name. I don't know anything about him.
What is his
Everything's fun.
job?
Yes.
Everything fun.
Correct. I know. I don't even think this is fun.
You want to know his salary too?
It's probably something dumb, and he just follows them around. He doesn't have a job
His salary is $3.2 million.
for being Nick Sirianni's side bitch. That's what he is.
This year, he serves as the senior advisor.
What does that mean?
Senior advisor to the general manager, chief of security officer, and game day coaching operations.
None of those are real titles.
Whatever it is, he gets paid $3.6 million to do it. I wish I could do it.
Sure, yeah, definitely.
No,
I just think
you're not allowed to wish you could do it.
I just wish I just think his job's irrelevant.
And
And
he's
even
been
if
with the- and he's
even
been
if
with
it
the
was
Eagles.
relevant, I should know who he is.
He's also been with the Eagles for 26 years.
Okay, why have I just know who this guy is in the last couple of years?
Because
Nobody-
Sirianni protects his paisans.
Correct.
Give me a break, his paisans.
Like he's the most anti-Italian guy you'll ever meet.
I'm not anti-Italian. I'm just
Yes, you
I'm American.
Yeah, you are.
I was born here. All right, you guys.
Yeah, I gotta get out of here anyway. So
Yeah.
All right, we
got
get out of here. We'll talk more about the Eagles, I'm sure, next week.
Pitchers
Enjoy
and
the
catchers.
parade. Chris, enjoy Disney. Are you going to miss the show next week?
I am. Yeah.
Okay. So it'll just be me and Dom next week.
We got pitchers and catchers coming up.
Pitcher this
45
week.
45 days? 35 days?
Till opening day?
Yeah.
Something like that. We're close. We'll talk about it. Philly still got to do more, even though I think their offseason's done.
Yeah, it's over.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it next week, and we'll see everybody then.